I think you need a new therapist.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Young here and welcome to a triple trailer analysis of Grand Theft Auto 5. A few days ago, Rockstar unveiled 3 brand new trailers to feast our eyes upon, one for each protagonist. I waited a few days to kind of see what people and journalists around the web had to say about the trailers, and to be honest, most of the analysis found on the internet revolve around brands and rebranded products and pop culture references found throughout the city, along with similarities between Los Santos and Los Angeles. If you're really into that kind of stuff, watch IGN's Rewind Theater and Game Trailers Pop Blog. Both do a really good job, but I'm gonna focus more on what the trailer shows in terms of story and gameplay, along with connections to past games, stuff that will really impact the gamer's experience. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. First up, we have Michael, who, after the fallout of his younger criminal days, has managed to get himself under witness protection with a good deal of money. These circumstances have allowed him to settle down with a family in a nice house and live the American dream. But he hates this life. I mean, sure, deep down he loves his somewhat dysfunctional family, but at the same time, he misses the thrill of his younger days. All of this he expresses to his therapist, who may eventually end up losing hope in Michael's irrationality.
And you're plainly addicted to chaos.
Well, I'm not sure that's true, Doc.
I think you need a new therapist.
It'll be interesting to see if therapy is just a one-time thing, or if it will be used as a core storytelling device for Michael, much like his home and family. Never in a GTA game have players had to go back home as a father with a wife and kids waiting for them. It's still unknown how players will be interacting with Michael's family and home, if his home will play the role of a safe house, if players will be able to freely roam around and talk to members of the family, or if the house is just one of many mission locations similar to past GTA games. We'll see. Speaking of Michael's family, we get a bit more insight into the types of characters they are. We've got a pretty laid-back son, Jimmy, who isn't much of a high achiever, a hot party animal skank of a daughter, Tracy, and a rather attractive mother, Amanda, who can no longer tolerate her husband, spends all his money, and cheats on him with a guy who wears this crap. Based on what's been shown in terms of footage, the son will likely be the most involved in Michael's future criminal ventures. Like father, like son, as they say.
Oh my God!
These future ventures will take place in sunny Los Santos, Rockstar's parody of Los Angeles. The trailer alone shows a beautiful, fully realized, expansive city with parodies of landmarks such as Vinewood, Rockstar's version of Hollywood, also seen in San Andreas. Some may be disappointed that only Los Santos portion of San Andreas will be accessible, but the Los Santos map has been expanded to be larger than GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption's maps combined. Within the city, we also get to witness all types of vehicles, both old and modern, big and small, roaming around. Hopefully the cars in this game end up being easier to handle, which is something that Rockstar has confirmed to be working on. When not showered with chaos, Michael will be able to engage in menial activities such as golf and yoga, which will serve as full-fledged minigames for players. Another confirmed activity is tennis, and there are more to be revealed. Players may also be able to watch TV shows when relaxing at home. There won't be as many minigames as in past GTA games, confirmed Rockstar, but expect the ones available to be much more fully fleshed out. The trailer also shows some of Michael's wild adventures. It wouldn't be a GTA game without the protagonist beating the crap out of someone. Here, for example, we get to see Michael about to beat up who seems to be the same man who was sleeping with his wife. Bearing witness to Michael's rage is his son and 2 ladies, one of which I believe to be Michael's wife. Michael's solo missions all seem to revolve around his family, the witness protection, and his addiction to chaos. On a larger scale, Michael, with the help of his 2 friends, Franklin and Trevor, will engage in crazy missions such as heists, which Rockstar has already confirmed to play huge roles in their upcoming game. Heists will take place both by land and air, with aerial vehicles such as planes and helicopters serving a larger role than ever before. Michael will engage in these larger-scale missions alongside his partners in crime, Trevor and Franklin. He's also likely the man who kickstarts this new life in crime, who unites the 3 protagonists, and also likely the mastermind behind these large-scale heists. Michael certainly seems to be the smartest and most experienced of the 3 protagonists when it comes to criminal activities. Unlike Michael, who wants to get back into the life of a criminal, Franklin wants to get out of it. Also, unlike Michael, who lives in a richer area of the city, Franklin lives in a more rundown ghetto part of town. Interesting to note, in this particular scene is the blimp. Can these blimps be shot down, and will players be able to pilot them? We can only hope. Now, if you've played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, your eye may have already caught the constant display of green apparel, a color which many will recognize to be the color of CJ's gang, the Grove Street families. This has led many to assume that perhaps CJ may make an appearance in the game, but that is yet to be determined. It'd be a really nice surprise if he did. Alongside the green, we also get to see some purple apparel, which is the color of the rival gang, the Balas. Franklin's trailer unquestionably contains the most references to San Andreas, so players who have played that game extensively should be able to pick out a lot of references. New to the series are dogs, which we've seen in past trailers. Whether players will be able to use them during missions or interact with them is still currently unknown. Hopefully they will contribute to gameplay rather than being there just for show. Familiar to GTA veterans are the all-too-famous strip clubs. I've gotta say, those are some fine asses for the eyes to feast upon. And for those disappointed at the lack of full nudity, this lady in the background has something else to say about that, although we'll likely be getting the X-nipples from GTA 4 again. When not under the influence of pleasures, Franklin will be engaging in serious criminal business. During solo missions, he'll be focused on gangster activities from within his neighborhood, activities involving bruising, shooting, killing, and chasing, all which certainly go both ways. Speaking of shooting, in one of the scenes, Franklin seems to be holding a shotgun with a flashlight attachment, which begs the question, will players be able to mod their weapons with things like flashlights, laser sights, scopes, silencers, and the like? Fingers crossed. On a larger scale, he'll be teaming up with Michael and Trevor to execute heists such as the one seen in the trailer. Land vehicles seem to be Franklin's forte, often driving and riding everything from race cars to dirt bikes during his solo and group missions. Overall, it is clear from the 3 trailers I've seen that Franklin is definitely the most serious and rational character of the trio, which is ironic considering he's the youngest. It is also clear that this character will likely feature the most serious storyline.
Yeah, whatever.
Last but not least, we have Trevor, who's nothing less than a fucking lunatic. It's like Martin Sheen and the Joker had a baby or something. He lives in a part of Los Santos known as Sandy Shores, a rural area that's barren compared to the lush city seen on Michael's trailer. It's the hillbilly region of Los Santos, so to speak, in which we'll be seeing the types of shops, buildings, and cars that can be expected from this kind of place. Also, the main tagline is, "We have liquor," which gives a pretty good idea on the kind of town this is. Add Trevor into the mix, and you've got a recipe for chaos. Trevor's actually an old friend of Michael's, and he was once his partner in crime during their younger criminal days. Somehow, Michael managed to earn himself a sweet deal with the FIB, Rockstar's FBI, while Trevor got the short end of the stick, which resulted in a falling out of the duo. What's interesting about this portion of the trailer is that Trevor seems happy to see Michael. How their falling out was mended so quickly is still unknown. What I'm guessing is that Michael's proposal to get back into the crime business is good news for Trevor, who also seems to be the kind of person to be addicted to chaos. Based on little glimpses offered by the trailer, Trevor's main solo storyline and missions seem to revolve around the Lost, a group introduced in GTA 4 and its DLC, The Lost and the Damned. Most of these solo missions will likely take place in Trevor's side of town. Also, based on footage in this trailer and past trailers, it is clear that Trevor seems to have a thing for pyromancy, which may end up playing a big role in Trevor's gameplay portions. Outside of solo missions, Trevor will pair up with Michael and Franklin to prepare and execute large-scale heists. Now, of course, for that, he'll have to head all the way out into the city, in which he'll also cause mayhem with the locals. And unfortunately for Michael's family, it seems as though Trevor will be paying a visit to their home as well.
Nice new tits, by the way.
You know, that's the only sensible thing Trevor says this entire trailer. Anyways, on a larger scale, once he joins up with Michael and Franklin, it seems as though Trevor will be doing most of the flying, piloting everything from planes to helicopters. When he's not piloting, he'll just lay down on his back on a moving plane's wing, Max Payne style, and shoot everything like a crazy badass. It also seems as though Trevor's role in heists and his missions in general will be the craziest and most daring of them all. We've already seen him go head-to-head with trains multiple times, and you know a man is crazy when you can get a shot of him with that kind of face with lightning in the background. The lightning may be indication of a more robust weather system, although it could just be for cinematic effect for this particular cutscene. We also see what looks to be some kind of a torture sequence. Maybe Trevor will have some kind of exclusive torture minigame, but my guess is that it's just a cutscene thing. But, like with Trevor, you never really know.
No, I really don't.
Do you want me to get my dick out again?
See what I mean? And that concludes my analysis for the trailers for each individual character. Before I take my leave, I would like to point out the number of outfits we get to see each character wear throughout these trailers. Certain outfits will be required for particular missions and heists, like the jumpsuits we've seen in various trailers, but for the most part, do expect to be able to customize your characters with a vast array of clothes and outfits. Wasted underwear outfit, anyone? Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you think about these trailers, if you notice anything that I missed, and let me know how excited you are about this game. That is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. To be further updated on Grand Theft Auto 5, be sure to join the nation and subscribe to Young Gear. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and Young out.